Good morning, everybody. This is Claudia McMullen here again, saying hello to all the Hugo fans. And now today we're here to say hello to all the Utah Animal Adoption Foundation fans as well, because with us today, we have Megan Morrison of UAAF. Welcome, Megan.
Hi, Claudia. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Now, we're here today because, talking to Megan, because Hugo Coffee launched this cool new thing whereby every month, for 2 weeks of every month, in their entire weeks, we hold fundraisers, online fundraisers, where the proceeds go to a specific animal rescue. Rather than we donate 10% to animal rescue, this is for a specific animal rescue. And this week, our inaugural week-long fundraiser is to benefit UAAF because we're so excited to do so. So how it works is you go online to hugo.coffee to shop, and anybody who buys during the course of this entire week through the end of business on Sunday or through midnight on Sunday, we donate $2.50 per bag to UAAF for every single purchase done during the course of this week for every single bag. And our goal is to raise obviously as much money as we can for UAAF. And so therefore, our goal today is to introduce you all to the good works that UAAF does, and then a call to action at the end to buy Hugo Coffee to support Megan and UAAF. So Megan, tell us a little bit about what UAAF is and what its mission is.
UAAF is Utah Animal Advocacy Foundation, and it started in 2002, and it is an all-foster organization specializing in rescuing cats and dogs. We had a long run with bunnies, but we are now mostly focused on cats and dogs, although we'll certainly help send you where you need to go if you need help with a bunny. We take a lot of animals that other rescues say no to. We take special needs animals, seniors, some dogs with behavioral issues, things like that. And since we're all foster, we do not have a centralized shelter, which means we have no overhead essentially. And almost all of our cost goes directly towards medical care for these animals. Because we do take a lot of animals, like I said, that other rescues have said are too expensive. We try not to say no, and we just use fundraising and donations to help these little guys all throughout the year.
It's fantastic. So one of the things I want to mention is that the very purpose of these targeted specific fundraisers for the benefit of a specific organization is it's our way of impacting, our way being Hugo's way of impacting the smaller animal rescues, the smaller and medium-sized animal rescues, for example, versus like the Best Friends or the Nuzzles and company, which are all fantastic rescues, by the way, but they have a big presence. They have a big brick and mortar presence. They have adoption centers. But it's the small ones where we want to raise money to have a very specific impact, because we know that when we write you a check on Monday, we want that check to be as big as possible. We know that when we write that check, it is immediately going to impact the welfare of the animals in your foster system and your organization system, whether it be through helping with a specific medical need or a specific group of animals. So why don't we talk a little bit about what impact, say for the sake of argument, a couple $100 would have to your organization?
Oh my gosh, a couple $100, what we could do. Starting out with, as you said, rescue is a spectrum, and we need rescues like Best Friends and Nuzzles who are a big name and a big presence, and they get people excited nationally, and they get legislation done and all kinds of things, right down to our little rescue who, like you said, any check that we get from anybody, we basically sign it immediately over to some vet somewhere who's in Salt Lake Valley who's being very understanding with us. Yeah. A couple $100 is like a litter of puppies, all being spayed or neutered, getting all their first vaccines, getting their microchips, getting them ready to go out the door into new homes. Every little bit helps. A vaccine is, say, $15 or $20 at cost. A microchip is $10 or $15 at cost. So even a few $100, like I said, it is maybe a whole litter of puppies coming up safe and ready to go home, which is great.
That's fantastic. So give us an idea of how many fosters do you have in your system? And for those out there who don't know how a foster-based animal rescue organization works. If you could explain what it means to be a foster-based organization, how does an animal get to you, and where does it go once it goes into the UAAF system, and then how do you get it adopted out?
Yes, absolutely. When people think of like adopting an animal, you usually think of, that big long row of cages at the shelter, and you go down and you pick out your friend. And that works for a lot of animals, but in equal part, it doesn't work for a lot of animals. There's animals who come to us because they have bad medical needs, because they have behavioral issues. Maybe their owners passed away. They've never been in an environment like that big long row of cages. They're not at their best. And so fostering kind of bridges that gap between an animal arriving at a shelter and being ready to go home, which in a lot of cases is a really long gap. If they need medical, if they need dental, if they just need like rehabilitation, like behavior wise. The other thing is, if you see that cute little guy in a run at the shelter, you don't know a lot about him. And what's so amazing about fostering is after a couple weeks, our foster parents can come to us and say, this dog would love to be around kids, but he can't stand cats. And with cats, it's like, this cat loves to be picked up. This cat needs its own room, stuff that you'd never learn if you just met this pet at the shelter, which makes us so much more able to find like amazing homes for these animals, where maybe if you went and met them in this big room, they'd just be like kind of cowering in the back. We can tell you so much about the personality and get them ready to go home. Right.
So do you think that in the foster system, the animal, a dog, for example, is more likely to become who that animal is in a foster situation versus, I guess it would depend on the animal, but because I do believe it's difficult for an animal to show who they are in the long cage situation.
Absolutely.
It's so naturally very stressful for the animal in, even though, obviously these organizations are doing fantastic work, but it is very stressful on the animals to be in that environment for a long period of time without even like a foster break, for example.
Yes, exactly. And don't get me wrong, like shelters save lives. Like the animals that are there are getting, the best care that the foster or the shelter can give. But we kind of talk about our fosters sometimes even as like a crash land zone, because then the animals come out of the shelter with their little heads just scrambled. And that first few weeks in foster care where they can really blossom and come out of their shell, when they then go to the adoptive home, like you said, they are who they are. The fosters kind of get to see the scared, the crazy, the messy, the blah, blah, and find out who this animal is and kind of send home a whole package. I think it's a great thing to do. And it provides the animal, like you said, when someone finally meets them, they can see who they are and they can see if it's the right fit for them.
And how big is your foster network? How many people are in your foster network?
We probably have 50 or 60 fosters. Not all of them are active all the time. In our rescue, we will post animals that need help, and you can raise your hand. I would never take a Great Dane. Someone might never take a cat, but if you see an animal that kind of fits your house and your life, then you can help out with that animal.
And how many animals on an annual basis do you think go through your system into foster and get adopted?
Probably a couple of hundred every year.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. And how do you find so then is it the way it works is that the animal goes into a foster home? And how do you get the animal adopted from that home?
We have a website, uaaf.org, and we post our animals there, and they're also listed on Pet Finder and Adopt a Pet, which are, if you're looking, are great national search sites for animals that list all sorts of rescued animals around the nation. And so online, you can apply for the animal then, and we can review and see if it'd be a good fit for you.
Fantastic. So let me tell everybody who's watching, especially the UAAF fans who might not know about Hugo Coffee, that Hugo Coffee we are a social mission-based organization, and our mission is to save animals by roasting and selling fantastic fair trade organic coffee. And we do this because, one, I'm an mad animal lover. I'm an animal rescuer. Hugo is my animal rescue. I am a foster failure, and I used to run Nuzzles and Company. So it's part of who I am. It's the DNA of my company. And we as much as we pride ourselves on what our mission is, we are also equally proud of the quality of our products. And we have a full range of products, of coffee products, that go from super dark to light roast to decaf. So this is just for the edification of people out there who are like, I want to buy coffee. I want to support UAAF, but what should I buy? So we have the full spectrum. We also have great, and we'll also, by the way, I haven't said this before to anybody. I'll also donate if someone buys an adorable mug. Like, look at that mug. Look at that mug.
Oh my God.
Yes, it says drink coffee, save dogs. Yes,
Obviously.
it is. And these mugs are mean mugs, and they're fantastic hand thrown mugs. Then my friend Jessica in Salt Lake does these for us.
I love
so
that.
Anyway, I don't care what you buy. If you buy on my website, Hugo.coffee, and through Sunday at midnight, I will donate $2.50 per bag, per mug, per box of these. This is our new product. These are our Bonafido singles.
Bonafido.
Yes, this is one of our most popular roasts. And these are in single brew tea packs. So they're like a tea bag that you just steep for 3 to 5 minutes in 8 to 10 ounces of water. And you have fantastic coffee. It's like a portal. And it's
I'm actually going camping next weekend. I'm going to grab these. It's
perfect for camping. And I did it also in our two most popular roasts. I also did it in our breakfast blend. So these are the 2 roasts where we have the singles, and they are perfect for camping, RVing, traveling. It's the whole point of them.
I love this.
No much, no fuss. This is also perfect. This is our cold brew pack. So this is also great for camping. So
this also stays in your fridge for a while. You can make these and keep it.
Indeed. So you could throw a 4-ounce pack in a quart of water at night when you're camping, and in the morning you have fantastic cold brew. Yay! So here's the deal, people. Go to www.hugo.coffee, buy coffee mugs, buy travel mugs, buy whatever you buy. I'm going to give $2.50 for every single purchase, every single item, not just purchase, every single item sold. $2.50 goes to UAAF through Sunday at midnight. So let's raise money for UAAF, this fantastic organization.
We love it. We are so grateful. I think everybody in the Valley does or should know that Hugo is like the roaster that helps dogs. So I think it's so cool that you've picked us to start with and that you're focusing on helping like the little guys. I think it's really fabulous. So we so appreciate it. We love Hugo.
Yay, more bang for buck. That's what we want.
I love it.
Yes. So thank you for coming, Megan. Let's spread the word for the next 4.5 days and do the best we can to raise money for the rest of this week-long fundraiser.
Thank you so much. We so appreciate it. This is going to be great.
Yay.